For years, history recorded Itachi Uchiha as a cold-blooded monster, a remorseless killer who butchered his own family to test his limits, cementing his legacy as one of the most ruthless villains in the shinobi world. But that history ignores a 4-year-old boy walking through the horrific aftermath of the Third Shinobi World War. Long before he was a killer, Itachi was a child deeply traumatized by the sight of mass casualties. That early exposure to industrial-scale death forged a devout, desperate pacifist. He obsessed over the history and philosophy of his village, prioritizing regional stability above all else to ensure a global conflict would never happen again. He wanted peace, but his innate talents were entirely built for war. He graduated the academy at 7, mastered the Sharingan at 8, and by 13, his lethal efficiency earned him the rank of Anbu Black Ops Captain. His unparalleled ability to kill made him the perfect weapon for a militaristic society. The system took a boy who hated war and slowly, systematically molded him into its ultimate instrument of violence. Inside the Hidden Leaf Village, paranoia was taking root. Following a devastating attack by the Nine-Tailed Fox, the government leadership suspected the Uchiha clan was responsible, fracturing decades of trust. The village council responded by systematically marginalizing the clan. The Uchiha were forcibly relocated to the outskirts of the village, placed under constant surveillance and cut off from political power. Trapped and humiliated, the Uchiha saw only one way out. Under the leadership of Itachi's father, they began organizing a violent coup d'etat to overthrow the government and seize control. Itachi's father planted him inside the Anbu to spy on the village leadership, but Itachi, desperate to avoid bloodshed, chose to operate as a double agent, secretly feeding intelligence back to the village elders. He knew exactly what a coup meant. A domestic civil war would shatter the village's defenses, inviting rival nations to invade. This localized family dispute was about to trigger a fourth global shinobi war. As tensions peaked, a high-ranking government official named Danzo Shimura cornered the 13-year-old Itachi with a horrific utilitarian ultimatum. Option A allowed the coup, guaranteeing civil war and total annihilation of the Uchiha lineage, including his brother Sasuke. Option B was a brutal alternative: quietly wipe out his clan in one night. In exchange, war is avoided, and Sasuke receives absolute immunity. He chose the village. On the night of the massacre, Itachi infiltrated his own home, expecting a grueling duel with his father. Instead, he found his parents kneeling, offering no resistance. They expressed only pride in their son, asking him to protect Sasuke before letting him strike. Itachi calculated that sacrificing his family was the only way to prevent thousands of civilian deaths. He forced himself to commit a mass execution to prevent a global war, choosing the lesser of two unimaginable evils. After killing his family, Itachi had to ensure the village's hands appeared clean. To do that, he systematically assassinated his own reputation, taking the sole blame and branding himself an international traitor. He defected to the Akatsuki, known as the world's most dangerous terrorist organization, operating as a deep-cover informant. From within their ranks, he monitored their movements and deterred them from attacking his home village. But his most brutal lie was reserved for Sasuke. When his younger brother found him standing over their parents, Itachi intentionally subjected him to psychological torture, framing himself as a remorseless psychopath. He needed Sasuke to hate him, weaponizing his brother's grief and anger, providing a singular, obsessive drive. It was a twisted method to guarantee Sasuke would survive a world that wanted him dead. Itachi gave up his identity, his honor, and his soul to construct a lifelong facade. He designed his entire existence around the day Sasuke would finally kill him, ensuring his little brother would return to the village hailed as a hero. Years later, the brothers finally clashed in a devastating battle. What Sasuke didn't know was that Itachi was already dying of a terminal illness, keeping himself alive on sheer willpower just to push his brother to his absolute limits. As Itachi's strength gave out, he used his final jutsu to purge a parasitic curse from Sasuke's body. Exhausted and dying, he closed the distance, tapped Sasuke's forehead in a familiar childhood gesture of affection, and died with a smile. The illusion shattered shortly after. Sasuke learned the harrowing truth from Obito Uchiha. His entire identity, his trauma, and his desperate quest for vengeance were all meticulously orchestrated by his brother's protective lie. Their story didn't end there. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, Itachi was resurrected as a reanimated corpse. Using a failsafe he had planted years prior, he broke the summoner's mind control and fought alongside Sasuke one last time. As the reanimation jutsu was cancelled and his soul prepared to depart, Itachi finally dropped the villainous facade. He projected his true memories into Sasuke's mind, telling his brother that no matter what path he chose, he would love him unconditionally. Itachi Uchiha represents the extreme limits of the anti-hero. His capacity for love drove him to commit an unforgivable atrocity, a choice that illustrates the devastating, hidden costs of maintaining a fragile peace.